Hello, everybody. Welcome to Zoe's Treasures. My name's Tracy. As always, here with my husband, Noel. He's doing our graphics, as you can see across the screen there. We are on the Better Together Seller Support Raid Train, which is conducted by Blasian Bunny. Hi, Blasian Bunny. Hello, Southern Charm. Aaron, I saw you sneaking in. Hello, Extended Gray Shop. Mary, welcome in, you guys. We are waiting for the raid to come on over. They're going to be here any minute. But we're going to talk about, wait for it, business and tax. I know you guys are so surprised. Never would have thought that from me, right? Anyways, we are going to talk about business and tax today, but I'm taking a little bit different approach. Let me go ahead and get one giveaway started just so we can do something. In the meantime, I do have a few things we're giving away today. So the first one is our usual CEO affirmation card along with a vintage postcard. And you're going to hear me say that again as soon as the raid comes in, so they know what they may be entering for. But yeah, we're going to hang out. We got 20 minutes and then we're actually raiding into Blasian Bunny, which I'm kind of excited about. I think that's kind of cool to get to raid into the conductor of the train. So that is at 6. And there's Shop Peppy with our raid right now. Wait and see.
Welcome in, Raiders. Glad you can join us on this business and tax discussion.
Shop Happy, thank you for bringing everybody on over here. Hello, everybody. My name is Tracy. This is Zoe's Treasures. And just a little bit about me, in case you happen to be new to me. I'm a seller on the app. I sell vintage decor, and recently, as of January 1st, have started selling sterling silver jewelry. And in addition to that, I am a CPA. I have worked in the accounting field and public accounting for over 30 years. And I like to bring my experience and education in that field to Whatnot. So in addition to what I do in selling, I do a lot of different chat shows. My biggest chat show is every Friday morning. I do from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. We talk about a business topic, and then we talk about a tax topic. So throughout those, right now we're in the middle of going through what we call the live seller collection, and it is a series of 52 different topics, and they all kind of build on each other quarter by quarter. They're great for a standalone. You can come any random Friday and watch it. But if you come each week, you kind of start to see a theme and how they build on each other. So for today, I thought, what better than to take the 3 pillars, the 3 core concepts that just kind of tie all of those themes together and talk about them today. So it is more than just tax, more than just accounting, more than business. Because let's face it, those can be some dry subjects, right? And before I go too far, if you're just joining, the giveaway, what side of the screen, whatever side it's on, is one of my CEO affirmation cards. These go along with my Friday talks. So every week we have a new CEO affirmation, and I actually have a deck of cards. Let's see, what am I missing? My chat's not moving here. Let's see, what did I miss? Do you have any later tax shows? Awesome Vintage, I do. Until April 15th, I am doing a 6:30 p.m. on Friday evenings also. In addition, all of our shows are broadcast to YouTube, so you can always go back and watch any of them at a time that works for you. So this is what our giveaway is. If you don't want to try to win a giveaway and you just want 52 CEO affirmations, we have decks of those in the bin. All right, so let's start talking. Because now I can talk, y'all, and I have 18 minutes, so I got three things to talk about. So let's get going. It's more than just tax. It's more than just accounting. I'm not here to give you a hope and a dream. I'm not here to be like, follow me and make 6 figures on Whatnot. That's not my thing. I'm here to just partake and pass along some business knowledge that's been around for years and years, some tax knowledge that's out there, some accounting basics. That's what we do here. So you're not going to get a hope and a dream from me. What you're going to get is some cold, hard truths and some really good business advice. And then what you do with it is up to you. And how you use that in your strategy is up to you. But we're going to talk a lot about that, ways you can use it, ways you could say, no, that's not too good. I think I'm going to do it this way. So kind of little preface, if you don't know me, that's what you're going to get. So we are talking about building something real. Thank you guys for the support. I appreciate that. We are talking about building something real inside a live selling platform, about building a business. This isn't a get rich quick thing. This takes hard work, as you've heard other sellers today talk about showing up, being consistent, protecting your mental health. There's a lot that goes into it, more than just hitting go live on your phone, right? So we're going to talk about the three main kind of themes that flow through everything like that I advise and talk about. The first one, think like a CEO. A CEO is a chief executive officer. You are the chief executive officer of your business. So think like a CEO is number one we're going to talk about. Number two is know your numbers. Surprise, surprise, know your numbers from an accountant. And three, build systems that outlast you, okay? So let's talk the first one about think like a CEO. The biggest difference in live selling is identity. It's who you are. That's what really changes this. And when you can really get into the mindset of thinking like a CEO, things can really start changing for you. Many sellers react. We react to what's happening to us. We react to our customers. We react to the show, to the sales, to the good sourcing or bad sourcing. But that's not how we should be doing it. We need to plan. It's all about strategy and planning from the get-go and then executing. It's not about, oh, what happened to me? Now what do I do, right? And Canberry, you got that giveaway. Congratulations. The next giveaway I'm going to do is you're going to get 2 books. I sell these. These are in my bin, you guys, if you're interested. But the first 2 books, these go along with our Friday talks. Well, I put out a new book every quarter. So you're going to get in this giveaway right now, quarter 1 and quarter 2. These are workbooks that follow along with everything we talk about, and they give you some action items and some reflection, CEO type thinking. So that's our giveaway right now. If you're interested in purchasing any of those 2, there's books and PDFs in the bin. Okay, so thinking like a CEO. What does that look like on Whatnot?
If you buy any of the PDFs, do us a favor, send us a DM with your email address so we can send them to you as soon as possible.
All right. You don't wake up in the morning and say, oh, I found some cool stuff. Let's go sell it. Let's see what happens, right? We don't do that. We should be doing, today is Tuesday. It's my vintage decor show. Same time, same vibe, same audience expectations. Consistency builds buyer trust. So think about this. Let's put this into a context. If you guys have been in my shows, you know I love to use real life analogies. So think about what I just said in this real life analogy. Your dentist, the guy who's drilling your teeth, he doesn't wake up in the morning and say, ooh, I feel like drilling today. I sure hope he doesn't. No, he gets up in the morning and he says, I have scheduled patients, I have a structured process, I have clean systems, and I have predictable hours. You trust your dentist because they're structured. Your buyers trust you when you're structured. It's the same in live selling, okay? We can take so many examples from the real world and apply it to our business, okay? So live selling is no different. I want to make one more example before we go to point 2. If you're sourcing randomly, you're pricing emotionally, you go live only when you feel like it, not on a schedule, you just feel like going live, and you don't track inventory, you're operating out of emotion. You are not operating out of strategy. However, if you plan your shows, you track your margins, you have separate business and personal finances, and you schedule consistently and you show up consistently, you are operating like a leader, like the CEO of your business. That's where we need to be. Whatnot, I love Whatnot. I will always defend Whatnot. But Whatnot makes it so easy to pick up our phone and say, go live, click a button. And guess what? We're in business. I'm selling stuff. There's a whole nother side to it. There is a system. It is source, sell, ship. Not one of those acts independently from each other. And those systems all have decisions surrounding that, and each one of them affects the other one. All right, so let's go on to point number 2. I could talk all day, you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. I could talk all day, but I'm trying to be brief. If you like what you hear, come to a Friday show. I'll spend 2.5 hours. All right, number 2, know your numbers. Clarity creates your confidence, okay? The best thing we can bring to Whatnot is our confidence in our shows, our pricing, ourselves, and a multitude of other things. Most sellers are not stressing from their low numbers. They're not stressing from low sales. They stress because they don't know their numbers. Thank you so much. So knowing your numbers, most sellers, the stress that you feel is mainly because you don't know your numbers, all right? Or because they're unclear. Do you know what I hear, especially right now? I hear so many people say, and they'll ask, and you know what? I encourage questions. But when I hear this question, I'm going to be completely honest with you. People will put in the chat, where do I find my financial record from Whatnot? I'm trying to do my taxes. One, I applaud you for asking. Two, I applaud you for looking at your financials. However, because we're at tax time and you're asking me where your financials are for all of last year, that tells me you haven't looked at your financials. And that, my friend, will not help you run a business. So you got to know what your numbers are. Imagine it like this, okay? Another analogy here. Imagine that you're driving your car, but you don't have a gas gauge. You don't know if you're on empty. You don't know if you're on full. You're just kind of winging it. You have no speedometer. You're just kind of like, how fast does the wind feel like it's blowing in my hair, right? And you have no dashboard lights. You have no clue what's happening in front of you, right? You're just driving along the road without a care in the world. Even if your car runs fine, I'm thinking that's stressing you out a bit because you don't know what's happening. You don't know how much gas you have or what your speedometer, how fast you're going. You got to think about your accounting, your financial records as that dashboard. It's not running the engine, it's not running the business, but it sure is telling you what's happening in your business. Silly Goose, you got those 2 books. Congratulations. All right, we're going to do another CEO affirmation card. That's what's going right now in the giveaway. All right, so accounting is like that dashboard. It's telling you what's happening in your business. It's just as vital as the dashboard in your car. 10 minutes, thank you, got it. So let's think about this. Imagine you sold $2,000 this week. Sounds great, right? But you've got platform fees, cost of goods sold, shipping supplies, software fees, other expenses that you had to pay for. So at the end of the day, your net profit is not $2,000. It's a lot smaller, right? Without clarity, if you don't have clarity on your numbers, you're giving yourself a big old pat in the back going, yay me, I crushed it. Did you? With clarity, you look at your numbers and you say, not a bad job. How can I improve my margin? What can I do different? How can I source better? You're asking questions to improve your business if you know your numbers, right? Okay, that's CEO thinking. Everything I'm going to talk about is going to come back to a higher level leadership CEO thinking. You are running a business. You're in charge of that business, right? When you understand your numbers, you stop panicking and you start to make strategic adjustments. Y'all, I'm going to erase the word pivot from the whatnot vocabulary. We do not pivot. We make strategic adjustments in our business because we are operating from a strategy that we designed from the get-go, okay? So we're not just changing course. We are strategically adjusting what we're doing, okay? Final point, number 3. We're good on time here. Build systems that outlast you. One of my favorite sayings is start with the end in mind, okay? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? If you just pick up the phone and hit go live with no thought, how do you know what you're supposed to be doing now? We need to start with the end in mind. You don't get in your car and just start driving. You have a destination in your head, right? The same thing goes with your business. Thank you, Custom Woodburging. Yes, build systems that outlast you. What does this look like on Whatnot, okay? And I've just given some examples. This is not an all-inclusive list whatsoever. So starting with the end in mind or building systems that outlast you. Same show themes weekly. So we're not all over the place. Maybe in our jewelry category, we have some consistency. Maybe in vintage, we have some consistency. So just because I say same show themes doesn't mean you can't do different categories, but it means you have some structure to your shows, right? Organized chart of accounts. Your finances are organized. You know where you are. Your inventory, you have an inventory tracking system that you follow consistently. You have written sourcing boundaries. I talk a lot about sourcing boundaries to keep us on track because as resellers, it's so easy to say, oh, cool, these Sharpies, I can flip these. I got these for a penny a piece. I could totally flip these. Oh, wait, I sell vintage decor. How do I sell Sharpies? That's okay. I'll throw it in my show anyways. No, we have sourcing boundaries, okay? So we're thinking about setting up systems that outlast just us. So we have written sourcing boundaries. We have budgets. We have pre and post show routines that we follow, right? What are we doing before the show? What are we doing after the show? I'm going to go back to my 3 things. You source, you sell, you ship. They are all connected to each other. What I source, I need to know how I'm going to sell it and how I'm going to ship it. What I sell is dependent upon what I source and how I'm going to ship it. What I ship is dependent upon the first 2. They are not independent things. We tend to think we can go to a store and just pick up stuff and, oh, we'll figure out how to sell it. No, you shouldn't be buying unless you already know how you're going to sell it and how you're going to ship it. Okay. Think about, go ahead. We're going to draw that winner so we can I have another really cool giveaway I want to do. So really quick, get 2 more seconds, get in that giveaway, and we're going to draw this one. Let me tell you about the final giveaway of tonight. So the final giveaway is going to be our book. This is in the bin. This is our Ledger to Leadership book. This is a 158 book that I wrote. This is not ChatGPT. I wrote this book. I am doing an accounting course for resellers starting on March 2nd. It is free, 6:30 at night. It will also be on YouTube at 6:30 on Monday nights. Does not work for you. So this book goes along with the course. Now, you do not need to buy this book to attend the course. You can come with your pencil and paper and learn how to go from the accounting equation all the way through to creating financials for your business without ever buying this. However, if you like this, if this is your thing, there's also a PDF. It is available to buy. I do want to make it clear, though. I do not require purchases to come to my classes. Okay, so that's what that giveaway is. Is it going? Did you start it? Okay, perfect. Thank you, my love. All right, so building systems that outlast you. I want you to think about this. If every restaurant, where are the classes are on Whatnot. They're if you go look at my shows, they're already there. All 12 weeks are already scheduled out. You can just bookmark and follow and show up.
But if you can't make it, they'll be multicasted to YouTube.
Same name on YouTube. Yes, my husband will throw it on the screen for you too. All right. Think about a restaurant. If every night at a restaurant, just for in a minute, pretend you're eating out tonight, okay? If every night at the restaurant, the menu changes, the chef guesses what ingredients he's going to use, the pricing fluctuates up and down, you never know what the prices are going to be, and the hours are unpredictable. Maybe they're open at 7. I don't know. Maybe they're open at 4. We'll just have to drive over and see when the restaurant opens. Do you think that business is going to last very long? I don't think that restaurant's going to last very long. It works the same way on Whatnot, you guys. It's the same way. You need to have consistency in your business. You need to have systems throughout every part of your business in order to be successful here. This isn't like some magic thought that only I thought up. This is proven business structure in multitudes of business that you can just walk outside, go into any city and look at the businesses, and this is how they're structured. Okay? So when you have systems, when you have inventory tracking systems in place, when you have plans for staffing or not staffing, for growing, for expanding, when you have good vendor relationships, it all forms together and it helps you grow as a business, right? Live selling is retail and retail is structure. Okay. We are selling something. And that takes structure from beginning to end. Predictability of human behavior. I love that. Yes. So in closing, I have 3 minutes left, just enough time. The giveaway is 2:30 there. All right. In closing, I'm going to summarize these points really quick. Y'all, if you like what you heard, come back and see me on Friday mornings. You'll get a whole lot more of it. Think like a CEO. Identity before income. You need to know who you are and what you're doing before you make the money. Think like a CEO. Know your numbers. Clarity creates confidence. Okay. I have a whole show I did just on confidence and the importance of confidence as a seller. And build systems that last. Consistency compounds. Consistency will help your business grow.
Forgotten Memories, it's in YouTube.
It is. This platform is growing, okay, by leaps and bounds. And live selling, just what we're doing is in its infancy. Now's the time for you to figure it out and get in on the ground floor. We have such an opportunity right now. So sellers who are going to win long term, thank you so much, Nine Lives Maggie. So sellers who are going to win long term are not the sellers who are the loudest, the most outrageous, the most craziest, the most reality TV on Whatnot. You know the sellers who are going to win long term? The ones that are the most structured. What if you do not want to be confined to a category and you want to sell? Go for it. Make that part of your strategic plan. I'm not saying that you can't sell a multitude of different things, but create a business plan for each category because not every category is going to be unique to you, unique to how you have to approach it. I sell in jewelry and vintage. I have 2 completely different strategies for each part of that business because what happens in jewelry doesn't work for vintage. There is nothing wrong with that, but think about it beforehand. The pricing you may do in one category may not work for the other. The sourcing you do in one category may not work for the other. But as long as that's part of your strategy and you plan for it, you can make it work. Y'all, we have an amazing opportunity. You guys, I know you all can think like CEO level leadership and leaders. And I am so excited to be here to watch your journey and be a part of it in any way that I can. So thank you, Blasian Bunny, so much for having me on. Y'all, I know I talked a mile a minute here. We have 20 seconds left on that giveaway. I talked a mile a minute because I have 20 minutes and I'm usually used to a couple of hours. So please come back and see me. And if you're a reseller, really think about coming to that accounting course. Again, you don't need to buy the book. Show up with the pen and paper and follow along. With that, we're going to go ahead and get the raid set up. We have 3 seconds on this giveaway. Let's see who's going to get this Ledger to Leadership book here. Who is that going to? Canbury. Oh my gosh, is that number 2? It is your lucky day. All right, that is heading to you. Congratulations. You guys, thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out for 20 minutes. Stay in the train. There are still some amazing people left that's going to give you some awesome advice. Let's go.